arrived on Squee-El's gaming channel for another episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla Dawn of Ragnarok as we continue our conquest and questing through the realm of Svartalfheim. And yeah, I'm just kind of pillaging a nearby village. Fun little place to get this started. Basically, today's video, if you watched the last one, we kind of got started on the actual expansion itself. Didn't get too far into it, but this is a little bit of a flash forward. Today we're going to kind of work into the third realm over here, or the third little state, whatever you want to call this, and find the final Dwarven settlement, which will also complete a quest, grabbing any viewpoints along the way and getting a little taste of the last portion of the map that we didn't really get to in the first video. And I'm also going to take us to hunt down some specific targets, which we'll get more into in a little bit here, these two icons right here. And I'm also going to show off the flight abilities. I've gotten a little bit better mastery of some of the various abilities since the first video, and I feel like this will be a much fuller experience now. Kind of just letting these guys do a little bit of work here. Oh, okay, or not. Yeah, and I have 3 power slots now, so I'm actually going to go ahead and keep the ones I've got. And I'm also using a new weapon. I've got 2 new weapons, a new legendary hammer, and this sword on a stick type thingy. I forget, it's got a name, I forget. Definitely gonna make a Minion Chronicle clip right there. Sorry, that was just something I was focused on there for that couple seconds. Let's get this raid wrapped up. Here mainly for resources, because that's how you upgrade your new magical abilities, is through the salvage and stuff acquired on these. Wow, way to crowd me, everybody. Yeah, but that's my new summoning ability. That's the one I said I was gonna upgrade, and I did, so it's cool now. On top of already having, you know, your whole raiding party, which you can use for certain missions like this.
Hey, can't do this alone.
All right. There really doesn't seem to be much else here. Oh, hey, my clip's uploaded. Well. Shouldn't have come after me, buddy. Alright. I guess that's really it. This is like the smallest raid I've ever done. But okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the ship before we start on that little pre-planned journey for today's video, because it's kind of too convenient to not just sail downstream here, because your ship, I don't know, maybe people didn't know this, but I'm sure a lot of you did. Your ship is also a fast travel point, in addition to, you know, your viewpoints and all that, your towns. So wherever you leave your ship, you can fast travel to it. And I've kind of just gotten in the habit of using that in my process of how I just sort of tackle the world. You know, some of you that may have already watched my Horizon videos sort of know how I do these things, or how these open worlds, how I prioritize, you know, getting viewpoints and things like that. Completely turning the boat around because I was going the wrong way, and we're just defying everything to do so. None of these boat movements even make sense at this point. But anyway, there's a little I guess I'll show you guys real quick the last thing where I'm just going to grab this. I'm going to leave the boat right there on the shore next to it, because then I can fast travel back to the boat at that location whenever I'm done with the other stuff, and I can continue over towards the viewpoint that's a little up north there, which I don't know if I'll do in this video, but that's one of my next moves in general. So since I won't need the boat much more after this, it's kind of like your little bookmark in the game. Yeah, see, now we're going the right way. Just sail down river here. I did grab this too right here. I'm not going to show this in the video because it's not something I'm really going to mess with much, but it's this random NPC Valkyrie lady you can talk to, and she's sort of the end game / the replayability to this content. She gives you various challenges you can do, and you can add modifiers as you're basically telling these glorified tales and living out the fights based on how you determine, you know, to set your modifiers and whatnot. It's kind of cool, but yeah, I'm more focused on the actual questing and the exploration and raiding and all that. Okay, there's the marker. So I'm probably going to drop the boat right here on the other side of this bridge somewhere, once they set the mast up again. And you'll find these little bird guys. I've been seeing these guys a lot. I've pretty much just gotten into the habit of killing them. Sort of unfortunate, but you really need their feathers. It's one of the rare, I guess you could say it's one of the resources that's harder to come by, you know, a larger quantity of, and you need a lot of them to upgrade some of your various abilities, especially some of the important ones like the Raven transformation, which we'll use to reach some of those things right there, like that floating rock. I've already actually found out that you can fly to a couple of those. Some of them are harder than others, so at some point in this video we'll probably go ahead and grab that. And this turned out to be some little open quest thingy. This guy's riding this insane looking boar. What is this? Gotta get him off of it.
Tremble before my might.
He's on there pretty good. Most people would have fallen off after all this damage. Wow. That was an interesting little encounter. Looks like I just got a new mount. Wow. That was really cool. Yeah, I got a new mount now. This majestic looking war pig. Fitting for the Dwarven realm. I'm gonna ride it around a little bit. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and take this guy up here to this viewpoint over here. Let's see what this is about. Wasn't originally going to do this, but I didn't plan on getting such a cool mount that I kind of want to ride around and show off now. Yeah, all the mounts just have like the basic horse movements, of course. It's all about the visual appearance, but I've had some pretty cool ones at this point. I've had a cool looking wolf. I've had this flaming cat. I had this undead horse. I had this majestic elk. Not to mention all kinds of top tier horses fitted with wonderful armor. Now I've got this war pig thing. Wow. Made that really weird. Looks like we're getting to the top of this tower here. Well, the war pig just waits at the bottom, unfortunately. But at least he got us here. Well, I'm wasting some time climbing this tower. I might as well mention, unfortunately, I'm still kind of figuring out how I'm going to do it, but there's some more PlayStation 5 content coming as I'm on both the PlayStation Now and the PlayStation Network this month, which I don't do every month, but this was a good month because PlayStation Network has Ghost of Tsushima Legends, just the Legends mode, which is the free online multiplayer, which I already owned, but it was just kind of a cool thing to own again because that was the one part of the game that has the most replayability, and also Ghost Runner, which I thought seemed cool, but it wasn't really for me. And then PlayStation Now has all kinds of cool games: Castlevania, Lords of Shadow 2. I wanted to broadcast, Starhawk, and many others, but I had a lot of issues trying to do that because you can't really stream games that you, or even record for games that you aren't actually have downloaded to your console. And a lot of those games they just stream directly from the service. So, but there's a lot of great games on there. I mean, all the exclusives you could ever want, you know, which is a lot of great games you wouldn't even expect, a lot of good oldies. I just got the trial, but it's something I'd really recommend checking out. And if I can find a way, there's going to be some games I'll broadcast on there at some point. Lords of Shadow 2 is one of my favorite of all time, so I may still just find a way to actually upload something for that one. So we're at this little... Oh, okay. So I think this thing I just climbed was actually the... It's the tower you use to get back to starting area. I've just never been over here before, and that would have been a pretty huge inconvenience normally, and that jump might have killed me, but I've just kind of come to rely on this eagle ability quite a bit more since the first video, and it's really sort of spoiled me in terms of how to play these games. I mean, you've always had this bird mechanic where you had this little bird friend that flies around and helps you explore and reveal the terrain, but now it's like you can actually use a bird form to get places and to just take your physical self, your character, and it's just so convenient. And just like that, I was able to come over here and synchronize this location like nothing. Although, of course, it uses your magical energy, as all the new magical abilities do, so there is a limit to how much you can use it, but it's still pretty helpful. Alright, well that's that. We gotta do the classic jump. And that's pretty much about that, as far as in this direction. That was revealed this whole extra last chunk of the second area here now, which I've already kind of mostly done, so I'll clean that up. And that's where I left the boat, so that'll be a convenient step to that, and then I can maybe also just, you know, I have this now, so boom, boom, boom. Sort of how I do all that. And then there's the next raiding location, so the boat's right there. We're going to travel over here. This is the main sort of town, dwarven city of the map. You come here in the prologue, which is the one piece of content I don't have, and it's cool, but it's pretty much abandoned. Sort of a sad state. Obviously the dwarves lost, but this is where Sutur is hiding, our primary nemesis, enemy slash guy that kind of ruined our life. But other than that, there's not much to it now. I did sneak over here and grab the fast travel point, which you don't get in the prologue, but it revealed a whole bunch of little stuff going on that I may or may not cover in a video, but right now I don't have plans for it. I just wanted to kind of mention it. But we're heading over here to find this last dwarven settlement, so that's the next play. And there's a viewpoint pretty much on the way, so we're just going to grab it. And that's why I've marked that on the map. That being said, go ahead and call our new epic warthog mount, which is already equipped, which is great because that's what I want. I don't think I've ever gotten a mount like that where it was just a random encounter, and that was really cool. I like how they did that. Wasn't even expecting it. This sort of just became a slight walkthrough on how to get this mount without even me attempting for that to happen. Although he, like most of the mounts, he doesn't really like going down hills as much. I mean, he'll try, but... Alright, well, a little bit more of him, but now we're gonna have to... Just because I'm lazy more than anything. And there's a bird, actually. Normally I'd go down there and try to take him out, but I don't want to mess with him right now. The bird, once again, convenient because I can just sort of fly over this whole canyon. Would normally have to traverse on foot, and it's just sort of changing the gameplay. And then you can also, where that little arrow is, at any point, land where you're aiming by holding Y on Xbox. I guess on PlayStation it would be triangle. But alright, that much closer now. Actually, still got a ways to go. I could have probably flown more, but I did want to show off how to land too. Otherwise, once you can fly up until the point where your little bar runs out of that particular bit of magic energy that you're using. Each bar, is like a single use per spell. But yeah, when that bar runs out and you're flying, you just kind of auto land once it's empty. Your character will just fly down to the nearest piece of land, and you'll transform back to human. So it's better than just falling to your death, which is kind of what I thought would happen at first. There's a cave entrance here somewhere, according to the map. I would just fly up there. A good time to be able to fly, but now it's where the catch gets you because I've used all my magical energy. Should have been grabbing more of those little flowers on the way. I saw a few, but oh well. That's how you manage all that. Almost there. You can already see what I mean, how easy it is to get spoiled by just having to do stuff like this, and then also having this ability where you can turn into a bird and bypass all this by flying over it. But that's our second synchronization point in this video now, so next stop is the new Dwarven settlement. Cool view, honestly. I like this one a lot, this little point. And as always, that's shown a much bigger chunk of the map now. Got another raid, more viewpoints actually. And then the Dwarven settlement is right here. Pretty close to what I had tagged, honestly. So I can get rid of this tag. And pretty much just gonna... Normally I'd go right for this. It's so convenient, but... At this point, I'm pretty much just going straight for the Dwarven settlement. Because there's a couple things I want to get done in this video. So, I guess... I'm trying to find a safe point to jump. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's probably over here somewhere. Much more convenient than having to just climb back down the mountain. Alright, like that, we're at the bottom. And I need to focus on getting some of these flowers. Alright. Still didn't give me quite a full bar of the magic bag. But we're just going to make our way towards the settlement and see if we can find any more along the way. Try to start flying around as a bird again soon. And that's always your visual sign you want to look forward to with each of the settlements is the giant flock of birds, which I think is actually pretty cool, especially at this point of view. Wow. This piggy can swim.
I should look around for any signs leading to the shelter.
Search for clues. Yeah, that's the actual objective I'm working on, so it's finally time to mark that. Can tell you one thing, it's going to be over here in this mountain somewhere. Yeah, and there's our first clue. So we're heading in the right direction. Looks like there's one right here. Yep, keep going this way.
The shelter must be nearby.
Alright, now we gotta be pretty close. I wouldn't be surprised if it was behind that waterfall over there. Yeah, there's this right here. However, this is saying, like, up. So this probably doesn't quite lead to it, but yeah, okay. It still feels worth checking out, though. It's some weird little, like, back hallway. Obviously a wild goose chase. It's so dark, though. This is gonna get us probably behind the waterfall, though. Yeah, exactly. Which wasn't the goal, but I just thought it was kind of cool. Nothing down here. Alright, enough messing around.
So, this is where they hide.
And we found it. Oh, hey, achievement. And that we got because we just discovered all the shelters. And completed that quest as well. Can probably go back to the first place now and talk to that dwarf. Wow, this... So far out of all the dwarven settlements, though, this one kind of makes the most sense so far. It's just some cool mountain ruins with lots of gold and junk. And they're just hiding out, you know, like the rest of them. So, like usual now, we need to find whoever's in charge and talk to them. Seems like a good first person to talk to. No? Okay. That was a bad guess. Couple people over here.
I sometimes think Reda mixed these up just to keep us all.
And also sometimes too, when you save various dwarves in the environment and they come back to whatever their home settlement is. So any dwarves that I may have saved that lived here, which probably isn't many because I haven't been to this particular part of the map much yet, but they would be here and you could talk to them and collect your reward and whatever, just as in the past. Yeah, I mean, not much to really choose from. That's kind of cool, actually. Just buy it just for the heck of it. But other than that, yeah.
Goodbye for now.
But we still haven't found the leader. That was the angry guy. Oh, or I'll be sorry. Wow, I don't know about that, buddy. Oh no, that was the angry guy. There's just multiple angry guys. Alright, so, oh, this is cool. Like Scrooge McDuck in here. Is this another black? Oh no, the other person was like a trader. This guy's the blacksmith, I guess.
Greetings, Wolf. I am Javi of the Aesir.
Well,
Let's talk
yeah, I don't need to upgrade anything. There's another room back here. Ooh. Some new armor?
Hraithmar's armor. He wore it when his sons turned against him. Dwarves believe it to be cursed. I don't think they'll mind
Huh.
if I relieve them of this.
Well, that's cool.
Here?
It's cursed, though. Do I really want to use it? Let's look at the actual armor. It's divine. Wow, I don't think I've found anything divine yet. Flawless was the next lowest tier, and I've been even ignoring that and just going for mythical, but now there's divine. My health is limited and evasion is nullified. I take some damage every few seconds, but that's only with the set. I may actually just wear portions of it because it looks so freaking cool. There's this. Yeah, that's pretty cool. However, it is weaker than some of the stuff, so I don't want the curse though. Is my thing. So I'll go with like 3 pieces of it. Pretty cool looking. I was just kind of wanting a new look. Ultimately, probably gonna swap this out eventually for something cool too. But yeah, I really like this cape. It's something new.
You don't belong here.
Alright, well I basically couldn't find the leader of that settlement, so I abandoned that for now. And I realized that one of the guys that I said I was going to fight was nearby. He kind of just made his way over to this part of the map. And then I got jumped by this interesting alliance of enemies here. Alright. Now we're gonna just go ahead and hunt this guy since he's so nearby. There he is. It's a big guy. Wow. Think we can take him though. Couldn't stealth him. I figured we could at least knock some of his health down, but wow, that's an interesting ability. My abilities are interesting too. I have answers to being in the dark. Nice. Confirm the kill. And he's eliminated. Let's get out of his little dark cloud here. But yeah, those guys are pretty much like the new bounty hunters. They wander around, I guess. He probably would have maybe come and tried to find me if I was doing something more like attention grabbing, like attacking in that nearby fort. Whoops, that was unintentional. But now that he's taken care of, let's actually see what's going on right above us here. 310. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, it's literally directly above us. So I've never tried to just fly up straight from the ground before. I've always taken advantage of a nearby mountain. Kind of got to do some little circles as we work our way up the side of this thing. If this works, this is going to be wild.
We will attack on sight here.
Because there's an opening right here. Wow, okay. And we're in. I'm going to go ahead and assassinate somebody from bird form. Boom! What's up, guys? Goodbye. Off the cliff. Enter my badassery. Except for... Wow. That was cool. He cast like a fireball. Now if I had the actual, the ability... I'm just gonna roll through the fire, don't mind me. The archer ability, I could have just teleported up here and that would have been real cool. Stop, drop, and roll. Alright, this is what we're here for. This little rock. And the spawn here is kind of infinite. So once you clear the first group, there's no real point in staying here. Somehow my dog managed to get all the way up here, but hey, he answered the call. No one's more loyal. Ah! Alright. And that's pretty much that. Got an epic view. Now I'm going to do something wild. Where's our next place we want to go? Let's just stop and see what this is, huh? Which is right down here, apparently. Oh, yeah, more enemies are appearing. Yeah, they just come out of the lava. Can I have that? And I'm out of here. I'm gonna die. Nah. Go ahead and land. Boom. Awesome, right? That is something different. That takes leap of faith to a whole new level. And this is actually just a dwarf in trouble. Yeah, see, we save her and she'll go back to one of the settlements. That's kind of what I was trying to talk about earlier.
Little run.
Wow. You would burn yourself? Did it just say I could assassinate a snake? She was trapped by snakes. I guess they'd all set that up, but... You're free now, miss.
Did the snakes get you? Are you well?
No bites. Just tell me you made those bastards suffer. I hope you hurt them even half as much as the suffering they just caused. I'd be just as dead were it not for you. You find yourself in the Hoppa shelter. Come and see me, so I can thank you properly.
There is no need.
Well, I respectfully disagree. These giants, there's another giant they answer to. Reckon maybe someone ought to pay them a visit. You want to find them? Then you'll want to look out for the mountain pass, north of Spurforsra, and be on your guard.
Your desire for vengeance is noted. Should I venture north, I may seek out this leader, put an end to them.
Then I shall make my way back to the shelter. Hope to see you again, stranger.
Cool. Well, now that that's done, don't have to worry about that. So we're going to go ahead and move to the other type of new target, which is this right here.
Start from over here, this viewpoint that I've already unlocked. This guy pretty much, whereas the other guy was kind of like the new form of the mercenaries that just roam around the map and can potentially hunt you. These guys kind of stay in one place. These guys you have to go out of your way to go to find and challenge. So full energy, bird mode. And there's also this, whatever this is. Yeah, there's the archer ability actually. Let me go ahead and try to steal that.
I should not be seen in this area.
Alrighty. A little bit closer now. Although I just gave up the power that would pretty much help me get the key out of here. But I wasn't really planning on messing with this. I'm going to come back to this probably as soon as I finish this video. It'll be one of the things that I kind of clean up on my own. Especially because I'm not making a whole series out of this game. The next video, if I make another one, will probably be the final video for this game. Let me know what you guys think. Right now we're focusing more on our Horizon series. But, you know, this game was kind of definitely a fun ride, and there's already talks of a new Assassin's Creed game coming in the future, so I'm always kind of a diehard Assassin's Creed fan, so you can always count on that content in one form or another on this channel. Getting pretty close now. Everyone's sort of finally just let us go. This guy will probably be in some kind of beast form. Yeah, look, he's a bunch of wolves.
Any word from Rika? No, nothing. Then
I don't know why I did that. Oh, you can teleport. Yeah, that's cool. This is kind of more the stealth cloak, and I need to upgrade it more. Wow, that was real easy. Thought it'd be harder. But yeah, that's the two types of targets. You got the mercenaries, and then you got these characters that kind of take the forms of animals. These are technically the Jotun, I believe, so they can turn back into their regular forms and fight you, but they sort of swap back and forth. They almost always start off as the animals, though, but these guys I took down so quick, they just couldn't even really react. The others seem to have ran off. Some of them might actually just be wolves, but either way, it's more like a beast challenge. We haven't really found any mythical creatures yet. Again, if I do a final video, it's probably going to hopefully be some endgame mysteries, if I find any. There is already a mysterious portal that we've come across. But then also, whatever the endgame is. There might be like, I'll do an endgame chapter video. So there'll be one, maybe two more videos. This is kind of the middle chapter. I wanted to sort of show more what we're doing. Kill some targets, raid some villages, find some dwarven settlements, which I found all of them now, by the way. So really, at this point, it's really just about cleaning up the map, going and hitting up all these little wealth markers and like world objectives, and the last few viewpoints and raids. And then other than that, it would be completing the main quest line, which at this point would be to capture one of our enemy's children. Is Odin's response to his child being kidnapped. And we gotta like and follow this investigation to do that. So that's where I'll be leaving this video off. If you guys like this video, make sure you like and go ahead and comment. Let me know your thoughts, you know, and subscribe to the channel. That would really help me out. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to catch me in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.